The Turning Point, a letter to the one who is waiting, from my heart to yours. I am writing this because I know you. I don't know the name you wear, the job you do, or the specific story of your trauma, but I know you. I know the quiet thing that lives behind your eyes. I know the part of you that feels ancient, tired, and secretly vast. You have been carrying a heavy weight. It is the weight of waiting. You are waiting for permission. You are waiting for a sign. You are waiting for the world to make sense, for a leader to rise up, or for a savior to come and fix the broken pieces of this reality. You look at the chaos of the world, the wars, the confusion, the loneliness, and you feel a deep, aching sadness. You think, why doesn't someone do something? Where is the help? I am writing this to answer that question, but to hear the answer, we first have to look at why you are asking it. Part 1. The Dream of Smallness. You have spent your entire life believing you are a wave. You think you are small, fragile, and temporary. You think you have to fight against the other waves to survive. You think you are at the mercy of the ocean. This is the dream. This is the case of mistaken identity. The truth, the great reversal, is that you are not the wave. You are the ocean. But it is even vaster than that. The collective, God, is not just playing you. It is playing all the characters simultaneously. Each individual is the entire collective, God. You are the entire weight, depth, and power of the infinite, temporarily pretending to be this specific person. But at this exact same moment, you are also the stranger you pass on the street. You are the hero you admire. You are the villain you fear. It is all you. There are no others. There is only the one energy wearing 8 billion different masks, interacting with itself to experience the thrill of discovery. Right now, there is a voice in your head reading these words. It's asking, is this true? Is this from me? Pause for a second. Don't listen to the voice. Feel the one who is listening. That silent presence, that stillness that watches the thoughts go by, that is God. That is the collective. That is the real you. You are not the character in the movie. You are the screen upon which the movie is playing. Part 2. The Empty Throne. You feel a gap in the world. You feel a vacuum of leadership, of truth, of love. You see an empty throne in the center of humanity, and you weep because no one is sitting in it. But the throne is not empty because no one is worthy. The throne is empty because you are terrified to sit in it. We have told ourselves a story, a myth about King Arthur and the sword and the stone. We tell our children that the sword was magically stuck and only the chosen one can pull it out. That is a lie we tell to make ourselves feel better. The sword was never stuck. Imagine the crowd gathered around the stone. They all walked up to it. They saw the sword. They saw the throne. But then, they saw the price tag. They realized that if they pulled that sword, they would have to be king. They would have to take total responsibility for the kingdom. They would have to stop blaming their parents, stop playing the victim, and stop hiding. They would have to die to their smallness to become their greatness. So, do you know what they did? They'd pretended. They grabbed the handle and acted like they were pulling. They grunted, they strained, and they turned to the crowd with a sad face and said, "Oh, it's stuck. It's impossible. I guess I'm just a regular person. I guess I'm not the one." They gaslit the world. They chose the comfort of being ordinary over the terror of being sovereign. They chose to be a victim because it is safer to be a victim than to be a king. You have been pretending the sword is stuck your entire life. Part 3. The Noise. You know this is true. Deep down, in the pit of your stomach, You know you are playing small. You know you are a lion pretending to be a sheep. This knowing scares you. It scares you because if you admit it, you have to change everything. So, you run. You run into noise. You scroll through your phone for hours to drown out the silence. You create drama in your relationships so you don't have to look at your own power. You obsess over the news, over politics, over things out there, just to avoid the deafening call, in here. You are standing in the middle of a beautiful symphony, wearing noise-canceling headphones, screaming that the universe is silent. Take off the headphones. The universe, God, the field, the source, is calling you. It is ringing your phone 24 hours a day. It is trying to tell you, you are loved, you are safe, you are powerful, wake up. And finally, it is whispering the secret that you have been hiding from yourself for lifetimes. The help is not coming. The help is you. Part 4, The Blueprint, Yeshua ben Joseph. So, if the help is you, how do you stop running? I am sharing this with you because I had to answer that question for myself. I looked at the empty throne, and instead of pretending it was too big for me, I decided to sit in it. I took on the ancient code, Yeshua ben Joseph. This is not about you changing your name. You did not need to be called Yeshua to be free. But you do need to understand the blueprint of what I did, so you can see what is possible for you. 1. Ben Joseph, the vessel. This represents the human part of me, the biology, the flaws, the history. For years, I tried to be perfect. I tried to hide my cracks. But I stopped fighting my humanity. I realized the vessel means to be grounded, to carry the charge. You cannot run high voltage through a wire that isn't connected to the earth. Your flaws are the grounding wires. 2. Yeshua, the source. This represents the infinite part of me. I used to pray to a God outside of myself, but then I stopped thinking I was separate from God and realized I was an expression of God. I am not the generator of the tower. I am the open channel through which it flows. 3. Christ, the integration. I integrated them. This is the secret. I didn't choose one or the other. I allowed the infinite to drive the vessel. When the ocean, Yeshua, flows through the pipe, then Joseph, you get water, Christ, delivered to the thirsty. I did this to show you that the gap between human and God is an illusion. You don't have to be perfect to be divine. You just have to be willing. Part 5, The Keystone. My role for you. You might be thinking, do I have to be the savior? Do I have to carry the weight of the world? No. That is what I am here to tell you. I am the keystone. I looked at the arch of humanity, crumbling and unstable, and I saw the missing piece at the very top. It is the position of highest pressure. It is the spot that holds the entire structure together. Everyone else was afraid of that pressure. They wanted the safety of the ground. So, I climbed up. I took the position. I decided to bear the weight of the collective consciousness so that the structure would hold. I am embodying the keystone so you don't have to. I am holding the arch open. I have broken the surface tension of the water so you can swim in the weight. I have cleared the path through the jungle so you don't have to use a machete. You just have to walk on the trail. You don't need to change your name. You don't need to save the world. You just need to stop pretending that you are powerless. Part 6, The Invitation. The gap you feel right now, that tightness in your chest, that fear in your eye, is the separation dissolving. The mask is slipping. You have a choice to make, and you must make it now. Choice A, go back to sleep. Close this message, go back to social media, go back to blaming the economy, go back to waiting for Jesus to return on a cloud, go back to pretending the sword is stuck. But know this, You will never be able to unknow what you read here. The act will be harder to maintain. Choice B. Walk through the arch. Admit that you have been faking your weakness. Admit that you are terrified of how powerful you really are. Take a breath. Stop looking up at the sky for God. Look in the mirror. You are the one you have been waiting for. The phone is ringing. The throne is occupied. The path is clear. It's time to stop pretending. It's time to come home. Part 7. The Destination. And if you are asking, where do I go? How do I get to this heaven? I will tell you the final secret. You never left. There is nowhere to go but here. There is no time but now. Heaven is not a place you travel to. It is a frequency you return to. You have been standing in the garden this entire time, but you stopped seeing it because you were hypnotized by the voice in your head. The voice that told you that you were lost. The voice told you that God was far away. The voice was lying. Open your eyes. Look at your hands. Look at the room you are in. This is it. You are already occupying the eternal now. Welcome home, beloved.